So far this summer, we've seen extreme heat and lots of rain. Tonight, we're checking in with one local agriculture expert on how crops are faring so far. Now, your side's Lauren Beachy sat down with Jonathan Rand with the NC Cooperative Extension and tells us how this weather so far is impacting farmers.
Speaking to the NC Cooperative Extension here in Pitt County, they tell me this summer has been tough for crops here in the east.
So in the eastern part of the state, especially Pitt County, we're seeing a lot of water damage, and following that water damage has been high heat that causes crop damage, especially in tobacco. Water, if it doesn't move out of the field within 3 to 4 days, it'll flop over, and that'll cause an issue where the grower can't really find a profit on that because the crop is at a damage in which we can't really repair.
Jonathan Smith says the Cooperative Extension keeps a close eye on rainfall to see how it affects crop systems.
So with rainfall movements, we want to track that water, make sure it moves out, and rainfall will cause us to have to reapply fertilizers, and that's another input cost. Extension's job is to minimize the inputs and maximize the yields.
Although tobacco is struggling this season, he says he has high hopes for corn and peanuts.
We have a 15 window in these later planted varieties to pollinate, and the rain has been beneficial to help with that. But moving forward, the next week is really going to be important with, looking at how land plaster has been applied on peanuts, how the rain affects that, and our other inputs across the county. So looking forward, the next week is really pivotal to what we see.
He says this summer looks different than last.
We're having crops that are really going to be able to make it a market, and last year we had a complete loss, and it was $10 million in our corn, and we had a lot of loss in other areas. But peanuts are really we're hoping for this year, have a good crop on that, and that just later on the season with proper yield boosting activities, we should be able to have that.
The North Carolina Cooperative Extension tells me, rain or shine, they're here to help our farmers grow some good produce here across the east. In Greenville, Lauren Beachy, 9 on your side.